This fight's it. December 10. This is for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the world. You can't get any bigger than this.
Joe is acutely aware of how good Andy Ruiz is.
No heavyweight in the world who has hands as fast as Andy Ruiz.
Andy has experience. Andy's a very good puncher in both hands, power in both hands, a great combination puncher, a true, legitimate contender for heavyweight championship or heavyweight supremacy.
We as fans are going to be treated to a great fight, the way it should be.
You know what, it's kind of funny because when you go into the ring fight night, you're in there by yourself. It's just one man.
You gotta think in your head that he's taking food away from your children. He's trying to take your opportunity that you worked for many years. You gotta be willing to die for what you stand and for what you worked for so long.
With heavyweights, one punch can make the difference. We've never seen what happens if Joe gets hit right on the button, and I've never seen what happens if Andy gets hit on the chin. But I do know this, when heavyweights hit another heavyweight on the chin, they go.
I mean, this is a goal that I've had ever since I was a little kid and I was young. You know, I said to myself, one day I'll be the world champion, and this is my opportunity. I think I did an interview about a year ago, and I said, you give me 1 year and I'll be the champion of the world. Look where we are now.
This bout is scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds of professional heavyweight world championship boxing. It is for the WBO heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 116 kgs even, which is 255.75 pounds. He hails from Imperial, California, USA, now resides in Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico. He is the former WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the current NABF Heavyweight Champion. He is ranked number 3 by the WBO, 5th by the IBF, and 6th by the WBC in the world. He is an undefeated professional fighter with 29 professional fights, 29 wins, 19 by way of KO. Introducing Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He went in 111.9 kgs, which is 241.75 pounds. He hails from South Auckland, New Zealand. He is a WBO Oriental Heavyweight Champion. He's the IBF Mandatory Challenger. He is also ranked number 1 in the world by the WBO. He is an undefeated professional fighter with 21 professional fights, 21 wins, 18 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Lupe Stoliai La'auli Ole Maliatoa, Joseph Parker!
Go to the jab early now. Andy gets in on him and clips him.
And he's just getting nice and close. He's moving his head off the center line, jabbing to the body. He's obviously got a plan of going with the right hand.
One thing that Kevin Barry likes to do is to make his fighter, make the opponent feel some power in the early going. Joe backed off a little bit that time, made him miss. He wants to try to nail him as a body shot, a good one upstairs with the left hand. Joe swings past the body downstairs.
Ruiz will know that. He'll slide to the right and look for that right hand. There.
Now Ruiz caught him with the right hand. There's the jab of Joseph. That's his idea, to get him off, but he wants to make him feel some power.
Parker needs to get himself off the ropes. It's not where he wants to be.
No, it isn't, and Andy makes him pay.
Andy Ruiz is dominating center ring, and he's landing with that left hook as well. So he's not just throwing single shots. He's making Parker pull back. There's the first combination in anger.
Yeah, that's the first time that Joe got off anything, but Andy's still beating to the punch at this stage in round number 1. Joe unleashes the right hand, didn't catch him with that right hand. There's a nice stiff jab. A little bit of puffiness by the left end. That was the clapper that Andy heard. He thought it was the bell ending the round. The rope, this is exactly where Ruiz wants Parker. Ruiz clips him again with a right hand. So Joseph has been hit more in the first part of this fight than he has in any of his other fights, proving how tough Andy Ruiz is for Joseph Parker. Joseph hasn't landed anything big. A decent body shot, but nothing really powerful downstairs for Joe. Andy doesn't have an athletic body, but believe you me, he's an athlete, and he's in the best physical shape of his life. Ruiz out in front in this round. Joseph's you know, using that jab as a parring and positioning position to let go with the right hand, and he hasn't been landing it. There's a couple of body shots. They'd like to try and soften up the body, but Andy's super tough. Joe finally caught him with a left hook.
Parker's finding his range a little better. There's a cuffing overhand right, but Ruiz is very patient. He does have good eyes. He's not expending too much energy too early. Parker, he's got to watch when he drifts against the ropes here.
He's got a big sweat build up, and Andy comes in and puts pressure on Joseph Parker. Joseph finally cracks him, but Andy hit him twice.
Well, he rolled with those shots, but they were pretty clean. Parker, again, he's just leaning onto those shots.
Oh, there it is. It opens up in a war. Joe got clipped again. Andy actually buckled the legs of Joe Parker here. Anybody in Latin America, because Andy Ruiz is running round number 2 as well. With 10 seconds to go here, Joe hasn't opened up looking great. At some stage, they're both going to have to put their ears back and let it fly.
He's pouring with the jab at this point as well. He's not touching him. There's the overhand right from Andy Ruiz, just fell short. It's that jab to the body. He's leveraging that, and that's going to set up the overhand right coming a little later.
That's not the jab that Larry Holmes taught him to throw. He's pouring with it. He's trying to line up his right hand to catch him. He goes downstairs. Joe having a little bit better round here in round 3 than he had the first 2. This isn't where he wants to be. He needs to slide down.
Parker landed a little left hook on the inside there.
But Andy landed one as well. So Andy needs the pressure. Instead he waits, and Joe comes at him. Anytime Joseph Parker does anything, as you'd expect, the crowd goes nuts. But really, he hasn't landed anything real definitive yet. Nobody's been down. Nobody's been shaken. The heavier 2 blows in the fight have been landed by Andy Ruiz, and Ruiz is 2 points out in front in this fight right now, halfway through round number 3.
He's got a real sledgehammer on that jab.
Don't let him get off first. And when he doesn't wait, he's very effective on Joe, because Joe right now, the jab is not, you know, he's positioning with the jab instead of using it. There he uses it as a sledgehammer, but Andy Ruiz made him pay counterpunching him. Is Ruiz getting up first to the body of Joseph. Joseph can't let him pour in like this. Joseph goes back to the strong piston-like jab this time now.
It's good work from Parker, and he needs to do a lot more of that. You can't let Ruiz just wander forward like that. Good timing from Ruiz. He just pulled back and counterpunched, taking on the gloves, but it looked good for the judges.
There's a nice stiff left hand, nice jab. To be straightened out, he's right on top of it. Throw the right hand behind the jab, but he wants to try and hit Joe with the left hook.
I think if he lands the left hook, he can land that right hand.
Oh, yeah, he will. He just landed it there.
There was some mean intentions from both boys.
Makes a miss. Joe hits him with the body, but immediately, every time Joe lands a punch, Andy counters with something. His hands are very, very quick. Andy Ruiz hasn't taken a step back in this fight. He's coming forward all the time. It's the first time he's got Joe back on his heels, and that's exactly what Abel Sanchez wants Andy Ruiz to do. Back upstairs, there's Andy putting the pressure on him. Forearm in the face. Might be closer than what I think, but Andy's putting the pressure on him. Andy doesn't take a step back. Joe hasn't been able to back him up. Even when he hits him, Andy plants his legs. Now he finally pushes him back a little bit, but Andy won't go back. Coming forward all the time. Joe throws the right hand.
That's better work from Parker.
A decent left hook that time, but Joe's backing up all the time.
Put him a couple of times.
And this is the best round so far, Mike, for Joe. He just landed a nice left hook.
It's allowed Joseph Parker to dial in.
That was one of the best, as you said, dial in jabs that Joseph's thrown. Now we're seeing the hand speed of Joseph Parker a little bit. Joe up in his toes, bouncing around to the right. Sets up, planted a right hand right in the kisser of Andy Ruiz Jr.
If Andy Ruiz can just stalk him forward, it suits the heavier fighter.
Anything, Mike, but going straight back, and that's what Joe's been doing a lot. And that's what Abel Sanchez is counting on, and him going straight back. He's got to circle, get back up on the toes, get that jab going. Now here's Joe up in the toes, and that's when he's at best, when he circles, plants. Oh, look at that! Left hook. Andy caught him on the inside with a left hook of his own, but Joseph landed the heavier of the two.
Parker landed a right hand and a left hook.
Yeah, and there's the left hook again from Joe. He went to 2 jabs and then the left hook. When he doubles his jab with the left hook, this is a different Parker now in this round. This is by far his best round of the fight.
Return back to that tactic, which did work. Left hook, right hand for Parker.
Yeah, Joe's set up himself that time. He's got to get back up on his toes and move. Make Andy move a little bit laterally instead of allowing him to come straight in on him. Because Andy comes straight in and gets off the left hand. Both guys have tested the power and felt the power of the opponent. Andy's got puffiness by the left cheek and the right cheek. Joe's got puffiness underneath the left eye. Joe's got that jab going a little bit better in this round than before, but still can't make Andy go backwards. As long as Joe circles and doesn't pull straight back.
Good work to the body there from Parker. Needs to do a little bit more of that. These rounds getting too close.
Joe works downstairs. It's a small cut over the right eye, but nonetheless, it is a cut.
Little cut. So we've had bigger cuts shaving.
Back. Left hook, another solid left hook. And here they go. They went at it. He feels like he can out-punch this guy. And every once in a while, they're going to test each other. This is a good, already, this is one of the best heavyweight fights. Nobody down. Andy's cut by the right eye, but it's not a bad cut. The president of the WBO, Paco Vacasel, couldn't be here because his best pal, Ruiz, is not feeling well. We hope Ruiz gets better, and we miss you, Paco.
Just like to see Parker every now and then lead with that right hand, because I just see him slide back the other way every now and then.
And Andy comes in. He still hasn't been able to push Andy back. Even when he's clipped Andy with hard punches, Andy doesn't go back. And Andy just keeps coming forward all the time. And again, Joe's okay when he circles out, but most of the time he's coming straight back. Andy backs him up. This is where he wants him. Now let's see if he explodes. He does. He goes upstairs with that overhand right. There's the left hook, right hand. Andy got hit, but he bounces right back. Man, this guy's some kind of tough.
Well, he got hit, but Parker took those on the gloves. Now that inside fighting, both boys
landed big shots, Mike. Big shots on the inside. Joe's got that look of concern again. He felt some power of Andy Ruiz, too. Andy feels some power, but Joe's felt some power from Andy Ruiz, too. Andy's there for the right hand. His point, Mike, with a minute gone. Well, I was about to say, Joseph really hasn't landed much of anything. Now he does.
Ruiz just taking the jab.
There's the jab. Well, I'll tell you this, there haven't been many breathers for either guy. Joe got the worst of that. He got the left hook.
Option from Ruiz there, catching him as he's drifting on the ropes. That was a nice reply from Parker.
Yeah, Joe has hit his body hard, but it'll tell you, while his body looks soft, he's in great shape, because underneath is where the muscles are, not on the surface. And Andy's in great shape. Allows Andy to stalk him. Back downstairs. Nice uppercut from Joe. That's the first one we've seen of those. Right hand. He really cracked Ruiz with that. And Ruiz gobbles it up.
Well, he nodded his head. That hit him.
But he comes back and clips Joe with a left hook. Man, if Andy Ruiz can gobble up a shot like that, Joe's going to have a tough time trying to drop him. He's never been dropped by anybody in his career. That's as hard as you can hit a man without him going. And his Ruiz, right after that, he's right on the assault again.
Yeah,
right
the uppercut.
again. Ruiz is so tough, though. There's the double jab from Joe. Joe blinks his eyes to clear his eyes. Waiting, trying to land another big right hand again. He's landed two in this round.
Doing from Ruiz. Parker doubling and tripling up.
That's what he's going to do with his jab, Mike, as you know. Double that jab. But he cannot get Andy to back up. There's a right hand. If their idea was to run him out of gas, it isn't working. There's a big exchange by both guys in there. Oh, Andy used his shoulder in there.
Parker needs to stop looking at the referee and get back on action. There's a
nice right hand. Caught him with a good right hand. Andy's tough. And this is tough man time now. Parker takes a deep sigh, a deep breath, the left hand down. Ruiz clips him with the left hand, right hand on the inside. Joe tries to get him back with the right hand, and he does, but Andy comes right after him again. Nothing Joe has hit him with has moved Andy Ruiz backward for more than a second. Joe got the right hand on Joe's chin. What country wants it the most? How much gas do they have left? This is it. This is what champions are made of. This is what history is made of.
Parker cannot afford to wait here.
No, he can't, and neither can Ruiz. And Ruiz is not waiting. He's going right after him. Joe paws with the left hand, touches him up pretty good, ties him up. Tony separates the two.
Great job by Tony Weeks. He really hasn't allowed any shenanigans whatsoever. Parker needs to be cautious with that right hand because Ruiz is now starting to look for it.
Tony Weeks, sensational referee, and then a typical job. They both need this round, and I'll tell you this, Joe had better pick it up because Andy looks more aggressive right now.
He hasn't landed much clean. He's moving forward as he has throughout.
He trades, they're both in fine shape. The pace has been pretty good for a heavyweight championship fight. In fact, it's been terrific. Right hand lead. Joe comes to the body. Andy comes back and clips Joe with the left ear.
Parker really hurt him with that body shot, but Ruiz is some kind of tough.
Oh, is he tough? Joe has got to land something really heavy if he's going to try and drop this guy. Andy reaching now. There's almost an impatience for Andy Ruiz right now. And to settle down, Joe goes to the left hand, back upstairs to the right. 20 seconds of history, 35 seconds now. Joe loads up the right hand. Ruiz keeps coming forward. They both want to get out one hellacious shot at the end of this fight. Andy's got in position. Joe comes back with the right hand.
Parker's getting in position to throw that left rip to the body, but he's not letting it go. 15 seconds.
Last 15 seconds of the fight now. Anybody lands something big, Joe lands a big shot. With less than 10 seconds to go, Andy comes forward. You're watching history, folks. Who's going to be the heavyweight champion of the world?
Judge Lagumbai scores the bout 114-114 draw. Judge Cerdan and Judge Barabas call this fight 115-113 for your winner by majority decision and new WBO heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of the blue corner,
Well, it came down to the way we had it. Joseph Parker has made history. Do you believe it? You're watching history. Joseph Parker becomes the first New Zealand-born heavyweight champion of the world. How about that? You're witnessing history. It was that close. And in the final analysis, Mike, we had it right on the button. One judge had it the way you had it. Two judges had it the way I had it. Wow.
So close. And Andy Ruiz will be desperately disappointed. I don't think it's a bad decision. We know that the controversy will naturally come.
Andy, tonight was about history. Two young bulls undefeated, going to be the first world champion in the heavyweight division for both Mexico, New Zealand and Samoa. Mate, that was so close. He spent 6.5 weeks in camp with the legend Abel Sanchez. I'm glad from a New Zealand point of view that it wasn't a day more.
Yeah, you know, we trained really hard for this fight, but I think I got the win, or at least it was a draw, but, you know, I came over here to fight in his hometown, and what can I say? We both did a good job, we both fought, and congratulations, Joseph Parker.
Colonel Bob Sheridan said it's one of the best heavyweight fights he's seen in a decade. Abel Sanchez said that there was going to be a fight where you're not going to see holding. That didn't happen. Tony Weeks didn't let that happen, and you guys didn't let that happen. It was a great spectacle.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good fight. I think I had the pace by throwing the jab in the body and the face, but, you know, the judges score what they want to judge, you know, but, you know, we both did a great job, and I'm glad to be here in New Zealand, and, you know, I appreciate every one of you guys, and hopefully I come back, and maybe we'll get the rematch.
Andy Ruiz!
All right, now, across the way to Joseph Parker, the new WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Go ahead, Monty.
Joseph Parker, in the Marston College yearbook, you said that one day you wanted to be heavyweight champion of the world. Champ, how does it feel?
Ruiz. New Zealand, thank you.
All right, champ, I'm not going to let you get away that easy. How does it feel?
Yeah. Wow, what a dream come true. No, thank you to Andy Ruiz and his team for coming down and putting on a great, hard fight. We told you guys that Andy Ruiz is a great fighter with a lot of speed and a lot of power, and he showed that tonight. We both put our heart in there. We both fought hard. But like I said in the beginning, I'm going to be champion of the world one day. Here I am.
Joseph, you're only 24 years of age. You've got two countries who back you and support you emotionally and financially. What's it like to cope with that pressure at such a young age?
Hey, what a great feeling it was to come in here and represent Samoa, New Zealand, put on a great performance. And I'd like to thank all the sponsors who jumped on board to make this possible and make this happen in New Zealand. Thank you to Duco Events for all the hard work, Burger King, Mad Butcher. Thank you to my trainer, Kevin Barry, for all our hard work. And $2 Whoppers on me.
Those big shoulders for a 24-year-old young man who just has so many expectations and pressures, and you did it so well. The final words for the WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Joseph Parker.
Hey, thank you to my team. Thank you to the PM, Samoa and New Zealand for being here today. Let's celebrate New Zealand, we did it. Love you all, thank you.
Here is your champion.